There we go. Alright, GM, guys. It's time to see if we can juice up our Sylvie some more. Hopefully this be... Yeah, hopefully this be like the last day of farming. We might even be able to get into some pushing and everything on her. Do the big boy stuff, and then we got beta this week. Just gotta fight the LFG, man. Honestly, kind of shocked it's taking this long for a eternal queue to come around. Like we still don't have one, you know? Let's see. Yeah, basically just using the Discord, man. I didn't know there was an LFG on the route side, to be honest. I've never messed around with that. But yeah, I've literally just been like spamming the Discord. That's what I've been doing the whole time. Just trying to... Yesterday, or Saturday, I found a squad that for like 5 straight hours, we literally just like slam farmed content. It was actually really sick. I got a ton of gear on him. I was farming 2s and then 10s after that. I found a good squad to farm 10s on. And that was like really, really nice. Because every time that you go, it's like another digit, I guess. You know, you go 10s into or into 20s. It gives you more essence, think more gems or anything like that, you know? Who to Texas from Oceania, struggling to get back into this game because of Eternal LFGs. Yeah, I feel you, man. Where you at in Texas, dude? That's a hell of a move. It's probably a huge culture shock too, right? South of Houston? Okay. Yeah, I'm in Austin. It's 4 hours or something like that away or something along those lines. Man, Texas is a cool place, man. Houston's not my favorite, but it's still a very, very cool spot. I came from like DC, and it's just like night and day difference. A streamer who lives in Austin? I know, it's crazy, right? It's insane. Yo, what up, Bjorn? Oh, you lived here as a kid, but stuck for 30 days until you get your state ID. Hopefully it comes quick. I feel like the Texas DMV takes forever, but that's just every DMV, to be honest. Yep. Belgium just won't start? Not me. Oh, is chat just like disappearing fast? It is. It's actually super weird. Hang on, let me see. Looks like chat's like disappearing on screen too quickly. You guys see that too? For fading out a message. I think that'll be better. Font size. Save copy. Sorry, I'm fixing my camera overlay. There we go. Give me feedback as well if the overlay looks wonky. I changed some stuff around with it, and you know how it is whenever you change something, something unintended always breaks. Good afternoon, mid. What up, DDR? Yeah, BR fans, dude. BR fans and Oceanic fans, man. Getting wrecked by these servers. I just saw a group that was looking for a healer. Let me see. Let's click to try to use like cell doesn't let you catch nature's cure. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Grandma. It works, but it doesn't work. You have to actually like drag it into a specific, like you have to drag it over into that click cast keybind to get it to work. Yeah. It's like grayed out, but it does technically work. How you doing, Jay? What's going on, my man? All right. Tried? Huh. It works for me. I basically just like dragged it from the spell book and then like placed it into one of those like new keybind slots or something like that. Yeah. High level Sylvie started taking trailing. I think you can by getting enough crit and then dropping like Burden Restoration. Yeah. I'm just looking at the Discord. Yeah, for fellowship groups. Yeah. Is that what we're going to have to use? I don't think we have to use it. It looks to me, Grandma, like healing add-ons are going to stay in place, but they're going to just have like more restrictions around them that you have to like play around. So it'll definitely be like you could still have cell and have click casting on cell, but maybe you couldn't customize the indicators that much. Or it'd be like really, really like basic for the indicators. That's what it currently looks like for healer add-ons. But the click casting like keybind, that kind of stuff doesn't look like it's being changed at all, thankfully. Thankfully. Let's see. Add more friends. Add more friends. Min eye level for champ dungeons. I don't remember. To be honest. I don't remember. I don't think it even shows me the eye level like restrictions anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Doing great, VZL. How's it going, man? Dude, I know, man. Or I like add people, and then they're like, "You're not higher eye level than me." No, I'm just like, oh my god, man. The healing side's kind of like exhausting in a lot of ways, because like people are like, I don't know, they're like, "Oh my god, you need to have like insane eye level to heal the 10." I'm like, not really. You just, need to be a competent healer. Oh, but what can you do? Yeah. It's about the bigger picture in your life, the simple times. Yeah, I'm chilling, Mizel. Got the workout done for the day. And then I swapped my workout split to upper lower. Rest day and then push legs pull. That's been helping a lot. So I had upper body day. All right. We'll watch the friends list populate. We'll watch them look at my eye level. And then they're like, oh my god, fuck you. Oh my god, we got invited to a group. Oh, thank goodness. I said today was upper day, man. Do upper, lower, rest, push, legs, pull, rest. E. Excited for beta tomorrow? Yeah. Well, I really wanted to need the clicker for that. That's not happening. It's okay though. That's okay. Play beta, spend the first day fixing UI. Oh, that's right. Don't forget setting up all your keybinds too. That's right. I love being an accurate indicator of ability. Some high level don't do mechanics and wreck it all. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I wouldn't really stress too much about eye level. If you know the mechanics and, like, you know what you're doing, you'll probably be fine. You'll probably be fine. And, like, worst case, you get your butt kicked, but that's, like, the whole point about the league gameplay is, like, it's supposed to be a progression path. It's supposed to be a progression curve, you know? On beta, they should be able to, like, give you pre-made characters that'll be, like, max level. I don't know if they're gonna do it right away, but they do it at, like, some reasonable point. It happens at some reasonable point. I think it might just depend on when Beta M Plus comes around. Because when Beta M Plus comes around, yeah, you'll just be able to, like, spam do M Plus at, like, max level gear or close to it or something like that, right? But I know in the past they've also done betas where they wanted people to, like, level for a week or two and do the leveling experience for a week or two, and then they opened up the max level stuff, so we'll just have to see. Either way, it feels... I guess it's around on time for beta. I want to say it feels early, but they have been kind of just bumping stuff up earlier and earlier over the years. Not a bad thing. Honestly, I think the earlier the better in a lot of cases. Ooh. Probably are going to be due for another tier list because they've kind of slowed down on some changes for some healers. Like, I feel like Disc Priest has slowed down so much in their development that, like, if they don't have some good stuff for Disc Priest this week, I'm going to be kind of worried. Kind of worried. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Oh, fuck. Alright. Probably gonna be like an early March, late February angle, yeah. So 3.5-ish. Yeah, I got out of the way only for an orb to hit the boss anyway and just kill me. Yo, hey, Aaron, thank you for the new sub, dude. By the look in your eyes. Oh, I know this is like a deep cut for football and everything like that, but while we're on the same vein, football player Rico Dowdle got fined last week for doing like 2 pumps, 2 hip thrusts to celebrate a touchdown. And then this past week, he like set himself up to do the pump again. At like the last possible second, he pulled back. That's my little football deep cut of the day. Actually, I'm finally gonna break my losing streak. I was on a 6-game losing streak with my guild's fantasy stuff, and finally, I'm gonna break it. It only took Jameer Gibbs having a generational game. Yeah. I am excited to see what Rico Dowdle's going to do next. The other thing that kills me, though, is I had Rico Dowdle last season when he was with the Cowboys. And he did nothing, man. It was crazy. He just did nothing. Goes to the Panthers, and suddenly he's looking like CMC. It's crazy. Actually insane, dude. Yeah, I guess it was just more of a testament to how beat up the Cowboys O-line was last year, to be honest. Yeah. Wouldn't say 1,000 yards last season was nothing. I mean, what was his score in like fantasy and everything like that? Oh. He might have gotten some yards, but I don't think he was really accounting for many touchdowns. Maybe that's 1,000 yards from scrimmage. Oh, damn. Just gonna keep on spamming heart blooms for this phase. I don't know, maybe I gotta open up my sleeper app, but I seem to remember him being like a 8-point hero every week. And he was not splitting carries with like anybody for the Cowboys either. It's kind of like DJ Moore for me right now, man. DJ Moore just had like another stinker game, but the week before he had like a 20-point game. We're going champ. So 6 top 20. I mean, there's only 32 teams. Top 20 is not that great. How you doing, Colony? That's right, big beta day tomorrow. I do have a giveaway going on for beta on my Twitter. If you do not have beta yet and would like it, you can check the Twitter because the giveaway is being drawn tomorrow, actually. First thing tomorrow. You should buy Fellowship? Sure. I think it scratches the itch for, like, M plus game mode. While we're kind of waiting for midnight, because I don't know about you, but LFG in WoW has been like mega dead. The creatures in the Pugland are something else, something else. So this has been kind of scratching the itch for me. And like this game's gonna have its ups and downs for sure as well. You know, there'll be a dead period and everything for Fellowship when, you know, like Midnight comes out, it'll get pretty dead. But I also think that, like, the way you can kind of split time between both of them will be really good. Good morning, Crane. How you doing, Cammy? All is well. Actually gonna win a week of fantasy against all odds. Team Jack and Daxter. It's me and Dak Prescott are gonna get us a win. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Joined Remix, haven't logged into retail in like a week and a half. Yeah, I've actually been like raid logging, to be honest. I got my mount, finally. I finally got my mythic mount. Hey, Richie. Read Powder Mage? Oh, yes. Yes, you should. Yes, you absolutely should. So, honestly, I kind of prefer the second Powder Mage trilogy. It's kind of like, I mean, it is a sequel trilogy. I kind of enjoyed it more than the first one. The way I kind of think about Powder Mage is it's sort of like French Revolution vibes with like a healthy dose of magic. You're not seeing everybody using magic every moment or anything along those lines. The magic has kind of like a Sanderson-esque constraints to it. There's like rules to it. You know, nobody can just wave their magic wand and get out of any problems that they have. There's a decent bit of like politics, intrigue, things like that going on behind the scenes as well. So I really enjoy it. I think Powder Mage is one of my favorite series. I'm currently reading the follow-up to the First Law trilogy, which is also really good. I'm trying. Oh, let's fucking go. Woo! Brian McClellan was a student of Brandon Sanderson. Well, there you go. Because I remember Brandon Sanderson even like wrote a like kudos to the Powder Mage series. Yeah, you just started listening to the Blade itself. It's good. It's really good, man. I'm getting a little deeper. I just started this follow-up trilogy. I think it's called The Great Leveler, and it seems to be a couple like. Each book is its own sort of self-contained story in the same universe. Some of it's follow-up, some of it's not. And I'm really, really enjoying it so far because it's like you see a couple follow-up characters and like a minor role and like you know what they're up to, but like the new main characters don't. Oh, I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. Abercrombie's your favorite author? Ooh, he's getting up there for me. I think the way I kind of think of the First Law trilogy is it's kind of like a more self-contained Game of Thrones type world. Just like a tighter story that actually makes a lot more sense. If you want to have a good crack, try Dungeon Crawl Carl. I've never heard of that before. John J. Bravada in chat has been I don't know. What do you call like a sommelier for books? He's been the book dude for me. I can't reach. Good enough. Book critic? Yeah, maybe that. You know when there's like the wine person and they like choose the wine for you and they're like, yes, this will be exactly what you want, sir. It's like that, but with like books. Oh no, you're a critic, all right, John. But I don't know if I would call you a book critic. Anton Ego, but for books. Oh, God, I love him. I'll probably play beta tomorrow. Just, you know, set up new characters if I have to. Kind of look around, you know. A critic of you, but that's just because you're so flawed in so many ways. That's true. Deeply. Which capstone are you on, Antonin? Oh, this one, Adept, yeah. Oh, yeah. So first boss, blood orbs cannot hit the boss, otherwise they go ba-boom. Basically just spam healing, top yourself, soak orbs. Second boss, you actually should probably run around the flowers. They will help you kill the boss because like damage to the flowers gets slightly reflected to the boss. But, you know, if you're just doing it for the first time, just run over all those flowers. Once the flowers are planted in the earth and stuff, you don't want to touch them after that. And then final boss is just ad control. At 50%, he will summon more ads. So you got to be really, really careful about your timing. Because if you have some cruddy timing, for when everything is spawning, you can kind of get caught out. That's one of those, like, unfortunately, Anton, if you're a healer, this capstone is like all on the DPS. It's like, DPS don't be fucking bums. Yeah, like Mershad said, there's more mats, there's more materials if you're doing a 10, so if you can do it quickly, then it's better. Yeah. I don't know if I would call it a librarian, because whenever I was growing up, the librarians always wanted me to read these like really boring books. And I was like, nah, that book sucks. I'm gonna read something else. Like they wanted me reading some like documentaries and stuff, and I was like, no, I want to read Redwall. I want to read about the ferrets and the stoats killing each other. Yeah, it seemed to work out, so, you know. What can you do? Alright, Tank, stop dying. Implies the books you've suggested haven't been bad. That's probably the nicest thing I've ever said. What? I've said mostly nicer things. That's fucked up, man. It really is, Rolly. Hard to believe I read like 16 of those books or something like that. Yeah. Said some nice things. But yeah, point being, Richie, definitely read Powder Mage. We even have a book club channel in Discord where you can talk about stuff too. Oh, is playing beta make me less excited for launch? Well, what kind of happens, Samson, is like, no matter what, after a certain period, I get kind of bored of like each regular season, and usually it's around this time, right? It's, you know, what is it, 3 months into... I want to say it's like 3 months into season 3. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I feel like I get burnt out at the seasons no matter what around this point in time. So I would rather just play beta just to have something to do, you know? And I feel like even if I didn't play beta, I would still get burnt out of retail, you know, 3 months into it or something like that, you know? So that's kind of how I view it. It's like, well, if I know I'm going to get burnt out anyway, this is kind of like the excitement. It's also really, really fun when you get to try new builds and try different strategies out, and maybe they're going to be suboptimal, but this is like the time for like blind prog, I would say. You can go into dungeons, not know the strategies. You can go into raids, not know the strategies, and just trying to like mess around and figure something out, you know? Can I get bored in 2-3 months, take a break? Yeah, so like I think it's fantastic playing beta. I think it's fantastic playing PTR because that just scratches the itch, you know? That scratches the itch for like something to mix it up a little bit. So 6 weeks, keys fall off, the raids continue. Yeah, and like I play like a sweaty raid team and everything. So like now we're done with the raid. We've been done with the raid for about like 2 months. And so like we're just doing farm. And so I like it, you know, we get sales gold and everything like that, but it's also just like I'm just kind of killing time. I guess the difference is like this season I really haven't been super invested in trying to push keys either. So yeah, that's the way I kind of see it, Corey, is like then you'll have WoW and you'll have Fellowship to kind of jump between. No game is killing the other one. They're just different things. Alright, I think Crix might explode. He popped his dice too. Nice. Actually big chillin'. Fellowship queues in the crapper? Yeah. I was hoping that they would have some game mode or something to incentivize higher level players to go do like lower level content, man, but maybe next time, you know? Or maybe next patch or whatever. I think that's what this game could really, really use. It's just having that like, that Fellowship, but just the value of like, go help out lower level players and you get like currency rewards, you know? You get something for helping everybody else out. Yeah, true. Playing tank's a cheat code, man. True. Learning tanking at the very beginning of an expansion or beginning of a season or something like that owns. You could always be like, you think you could do better? Go get on your tank. Yeah. Games should start going in the direction of like 1 tank, 8 DPS, 2 healers. Oh my god. I mean, they could, but I also think there's a lot of times where... How would I even explain this? Okay, it's like this. You know how in America, every like big major bridge is like 100 years old or something like crazy like that? You know, they're like 60 years old or 50 years old, and like we don't have any like new big ass bridges, right? We're like, well, we just like can't make it anymore. I don't know, like, you know? Shit like that. It's like with tanking. People are like, oh, like we just can't find a way to get people to enjoy tanking. I don't know what it is. And it's literally like old school WoW kind of solved the problem. They're like, hey, here's vengeance. Let's have the tanks do a shitload of damage. That'll get people playing tank. And it did, right? It literally did. So that's kind of how I view it. Yeah, tanks of vengeance, and like they were top DPS, and they just fucking loved like riding this fine line between living and dying. Did infinity damage, never dropped threat. That's another thing. It's like, oh, you should have to, you know, push buttons and stuff like that correctly to acquire threat. But I see like the best tank players in the world losing threat, and it's just like this is a huge problem. This should never happen. I'm coming, no! Wait, no! Damn. Alright. We've tried nothing, we're all out of ideas, yeah. Like, I don't care if it's Fired Up or Gingy or whoever DPSing. There's no reason, like, Now or Mirez should ever lose threat. You know? That's just, like, the design of the game. The design of the game is wrong if that's happening to those tanks, you know? Well, it's like, there's enough challenges as is, right, Sam? But it's like, they will literally hit every button correctly and then still lose threat. And I'm like, the tuning of it should not be that way at all. Like, I'm sure that there's like a spectrum of how difficult it should be to make, to keep aggro and stuff, but it shouldn't be that, oh yeah, elite players and novice players both struggle with this. Like, there's no fucking way. Yeah, that is not dawning correctly. Mm-hmm. DPS don't, they want to pump. That's the thing, is like, and the thing is, even when they like wait a couple seconds, let the tank establish threat or whatever, it still becomes an issue. Like, that should just never, never, never be the case. Like, I know it's been a literal fucking eternity since I tanked, but like when I would play on Blood DK and like WAD, parts of MOP, I did it for Throne of Thunder a lot, and then even in like Legion, I just like, there were so many moments where I would just never lose threat and I would always be fine. You push, you know, a couple opening sequence buttons and then you just stay active and then you're fine. Finally got into Paragon last night. Was it seem easier than Champ? Went from swimming in oatmeal to Dr. Pepper. Hey, that's a good callback. This guy's got the callback from last stream. Love to swim in some Dr. Pepper. Sounds perfect. How you doing, dude, Rave? Hey, Kremley. But yeah, I had the exact same experience with Champion, dude. Oh, fuck. And buttons, and buttons, and buttons. Mucho heals. If you guys want to get in, you're going to get some really nice damage reduction. Would help keep you alive. Alright, our absorbs are actually just goated. The absorbs made it easy. Yeah, I basically like bricked almost all my runs in Champ Luck. And then when I went to Paragon, I think I bricked maybe half of the runs, not that many. But yeah, it started getting a lot better. Come on, man, I got 23 boom shrooms. I need to unleash. I'm unleashing them. After the depth with 0 timed runs, yeah, that was Champ for me, man. That was Champ. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, it feels weird, Sam, but it's also kind of cool once you give it some thought. Like, it was designed that way on purpose because they want to make sure that people are still progressing the game, and they want to make sure. Ooh, man. Okay, let's see what I can do here. And button. There you go. We're recovering. It's happening. Oh, thank goodness. All of my weapon stacks, they just disappeared on the tank. All right, let's fucking go. But yeah, I like that the failures are still rewarding, because you're like, wow, I feel like I shouldn't get away with that, but it's also like wow-brained, where we're almost like conditioned or used to, oh, we didn't succeed, I guess we get nothing, or we get significantly reduced rewards. With how much time you have to invest and you have to like spend in doing a dungeon in WoW, it's actually kind of insane when you think about it. You can spend half an hour and just be unsuccessful in the run, and then you gain very minimal for it, for your efforts. It's not me. Well, I do not have a res. See you in 211 seconds. Get you out. Wow, we had another res. We have 3 people running res. Every game, tanks hate standing in helpful circles. Healing Rain and Efflo to the healing and DPS circles here. Yeah, I feel like they can make Safe Haven look more friendly, though. I'll give tanks the benefit of the doubt on this one. Because it feels like their Safe Haven just doesn't look like friendly enough. Oh yeah, tank. Give me that pad. Give me that pad. Get on top of one of these ads. I don't care which one. Need you to get on top of one of those, though. Get on it, 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 get on it. I'm gonna hit it. Damn. Tragic. Boom. See, it like kinda looks safe. Like now it looks safe, but like from the beginning where it's this big red field, it's all spooky looking and everything. I don't know. Crazy to compare WoW where it's like 3 times as long and only a 40% chance of loot. Yup. Is my chat despawning fast still? Oh my god, it's despawning incredibly fast. Actually, it looks fine now. Do you guys like having the dark background to it? Or am I overthinking literally everything? I thought I had like a dark background for it. One of my flosses. Fuck you. This fucking guy. Anything about the 2 healers? I prefer playing Sylvie, but they're both a lot of fun. You can commit to the boss and you can just like kill it fast enough, then you can ignore the ads. They canceled that, Fred, actually. So good news for you, man. They canceled the reset. Yes, sir. Yeah, canceled until January. I will be playing WoW beta. Probably won't be a... Well, we'll see if there's much. I will be playing it tomorrow. Either way, beta's up, we'll be playing it. We probably won't be playing any Fellowship tomorrow. Oh, fuck. Alright, you can then get them. Thanks, tank. W. Oh, man. Yeah, there's gonna be resets that'll be necessary long term. I do agree. I think it's nice that they delayed it until January, though, because that's just gonna, it's gonna like give every time a level, every time experience the game a little bit more. I also think that having like, hey, go play this video game a lot in like December is always rough. Because this game, honestly, the target audience is like the gamer dad, you know? This is like people who have jobs, families, wives, kids, whatever, don't have infinity time to like go grind up a character in WoW or learn all the mechanics of WoW, so you can learn up this game, still have competitive, challenging content and all that fun stuff. So, what did he say, Jorah? Day 1, I played an Adept, spent 2 hours in Tazari, but your strat of hold CDs for 50% and burn was what triumphed in the end? Hell yeah. Well. I guess I'll just die. There they go. WoW is for the dads and Fellowship is for the sweats. Yeah, I don't know about that. You have to like play WoW an insane amount to even like get a character ready. And there's more passives, and there's like a bajillion more mechanics you got to think about. And there's way more crowd control. I don't know. I feel like this is definitely the less sweaty of the games. Like, it's sweaty in the farming. That I would agree with. Like, you know how in Legion Remix, some monsters have like absurd amounts of infinite power, right? They have so much infinite power, they like one-shot everything. Like, yeah, there's that kind of, I kind of call it like the casual hardcore, where somebody will like farm not difficult content a lot to, you know, juice up their character and stuff. And there's a lot of that in this game, but in terms of somebody who like playing it because they're ultra sweaty and learn every single intricacy and stuff, that's more WoW. Yeah. What about Bata? Let me ask you something. If Blizzard to add a new healer to the game, what theme and gameplay would I want? I guess I would start it by saying I don't really feel like WoW needs a new healer, but if they did, I guess I feel kind of phony saying it, but I was thinking about it for Fellowship, of having like the evil alchemist and throwing potions and stuff to people. I don't know, any game that would do it I think would be pretty sick. Something that doesn't get touched on too much. Monkey paw curls. I'd have to use a monkey paw on something way better than that. Drones and pots as a tinker, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, something that's just like more wacky, more different, you know? Would not mind one bit. After seeing this game, what WoW needs is a fox girl healer. Well, buddy, let me tell you about the Volpera. Oh, man. Things I read in chat today, or these days, you know? Oh, let's have a dispel for you. Most WoW players not grinding, they're doing delves and farming mogs. Yeah, but like, at least where I think of it, Jorah, is like the M+ community. I'm not thinking about like all WoW players in that conversation. I'm like just people who do M+. So. Oh, okay. Might be. I'm just walking and reading. Do not recommend. They might explode. There we go. Nobody's exploding today. Yo, you've been playing the remake of Final Fantasy Tactics? Dude, I didn't even know there was one. Is that on Switch? Because I've been kind of wanting to have another game on Switch. Yeah. Ooh, that'd be sick. Alright, I'll add it to the list. Hello, Mr. Schnell. My opinion on the WoW add-on cut, it needed to happen. I don't know if the execution's going to be end up in a good spot. I hope that it will be, but I don't know. It's a lot of times like I've seen so many takes from people who like miss the point. The whole point of the add-on thing from the very beginning is that they noticed that there was a sizable performance increase for using add-ons, which is like a duh statement, right? It's like, oh, well, fuck yeah, duh. But then I see people who are like, you didn't need these add-ons. I do my 10s and I don't use any add-ons. And it's like, that's great. But that doesn't, just because you do it, doesn't mean that there isn't a performance boost for doing it. You know, it's like, oh wow, like somebody +2 to dungeon, and they had add-ons, and someone just timed the dungeon and they didn't. But it's like, yeah, that you could still scale that up into, you know, harder, more challenging content, whatever it might be, right? So I get it, especially from like the raid side, but I think people also underestimate like how much more information you get from add-ons that Blizzard didn't like foresee. And like it's their own fault, like, you know, of course they have to cut back on that kind of stuff. But it's like players are able to like train themselves to watch for things that Blizzard never even dreamed of people being able to track. And so as a result, sit in the back. And so then as a result, this is what happens. They finally realize that new players coming into the game are just at this massive disadvantage because they've never used these tools before and are unfamiliar with it, and it's like another barrier of entry. So I get it. Yeah, and like other things where like you know, the add-ons and weak orders can literally just tell you what to do or tell you what to kick or tell you what to watch out for. Move your feet, break tether, volley, all of that stuff, right? 100%. So I get it. I mean, at the end of the day, I view it as like the player base is sort of strapped to the train tracks, and a train is coming, you know, 1,000 miles an hour, but it's, you know, 1 billion miles away. So you see it coming, it's coming fast, but you also have time to react. And I think what's probably going to happen is they're going to chicken out in some areas with add-ons where they can't make good enough tools yet. And they're basically going to be like, okay, well, we can't make the good enough tools yet, so we're going to still let add-ons do this and let add-ons do that and all of that kind of stuff. And then they'll probably try to like go all the way in The Last Titan. That's kind of what I view it as. I'm doing Eternal 10s because I am farming. I got to get a little bit more gear. So I'm just going to yap for, I don't know, maybe 30, 45 minutes or something like that. Do some 10s. And then see if I can put together a squad to go push higher dungeons. They'll just yoink things and fuck them up. They might. They very well might. I think January is probably going to be around my deadline for like how bad is this add-on stuff going to be. Because if it still looks like it's a mess in January, then, you know, I think we're going to have some major problems. This is early access, humongous. So there's basically the game is out, but there's a couple things that kind of got overlooked. Like the end game doesn't have a solo queue, but the ranked game or the level up gameplay does have a solo queue system. So like things like that where they try to figure out how to properly implement, that definitely needs some improvement. I try to have like a 1-minute timer in the back of my head for boom shrooms, because that's when they fade. And so you basically just want to be efficient with your boom shrooms, right? And what that means is like, you don't need to hit the button 1,000,000 times if you know you're only going to be getting it. If you know that you have a minute to cast it, I guess is the best way to say it. Right? Yeah, it's 4-player M+. 2 DPS, 1 tank, 1 healer. Yeah, pretty much, Schnell. Pretty much, man. As long as the pack doesn't take too long. Because the thing is, if you could cast a Nettle Bolt with that global instead of casting a 2 boom shroom casts, then, you know, that's going to be the right answer for you. You don't want to just sit there and spam a boom shroom every single time it's up. You just lose a lot of casts in the meantime. I'm probably going to get like 6 boom shrooms or 7 boom shrooms, and then I'm going to activate the button, because by that time we'll have gotten into the next pack and the last of my vines will have expired and stuff. We'll get wrecked. Oh yeah, we're at 6. Thing is, I gotta wait for the tank to dismount. Oh, 7! 6, 7! Alright. Sorry I had to go through that. Well, we're dead. We're dead. Sorry, man, I had to. It's like a disease. Spider-Man. There we go. Why don't they do the smart thing and hire the add-on creators to build something? Well, I think, at least the way I understand it, is if they wanted to build something, they would have to like build something with Blizzard's tools and like teaching a bunch of people how to like use Blizzard's tools. You would basically just be hiring full-time people. But to answer your question, I have no fucking clue. It makes sense to me, but I'm sure there's some kind of like coder difference or something like that. Or maybe they realize that hiring a bunch of people who have worked for themselves and just done whatever they wanted for the longest time may not work in a corporate environment. Yep. Item bread. You were at a bingo with some families last weekend. People did not want 6-7 to be said. Was it just like adults or were the kids there too? But the kids were like 6-7. They had the kids. Oh my god. The kids would just like torment the shit out of them. Yep. Yep. I remember what idiots we were in like the school pep rallies and everything like that. Oh man. I don't know if they can delay it. To tell you the truth, John. I don't think they can delay it. Because if, you know, theoretically they delayed it, they would basically just have to bring it back, or they would have to, like, you can only do this add-on apocalypse stuff at the beginning of an expansion. So you either do it at midnight, which is what they're doing, or you wait till the last Titan. And probably would have been smarter for them to wait for the last Titan, but they've, you know, drawn the line in the sand, basically. Oh, I'm definitely pulling. Oh my god, we didn't pull. They did. Not my fault. Let's fucking go. Oh, this is gonna pull so much shit. This is gonna pull so much shit. I can't wait. Alright. Ow, and I'm dead. Spelled the wrong guy, dude. Oh well. I'm in. I got cleaved and rooted. Oh. Oh, you can do it anytime, but if you're right, then prepare to be yoinked. Yeah. Well, there was the, I guess it's like the not so secret data mine or whatever about the, okay, I just got fucking baited. Okay, we're fine. I was about to lose my mind. He kept edging up, and then just rug pulled me. All right, we did it. Woo, we did the skip. Oh, lordy. All right. Getting out of the way. Pushing a button. I'm going to build up infinity boom shrooms for the boss pull. Steal aggro from my tank and die. Yeah, as far as I can tell, they're going to just drop the X-Pack probably like late February, early March. Just get it done. Because at least the way I understand it, they have a ton of staff working on... They have like an insane amount of staff working on WoW right now. And they kind of just like broke them up into chunks where they're working on like 3 expansions at once. Really insane stuff. Almost. Almost. But we got it back. We got it back somehow. Come on, get him in between. Get him in between. There. Ah, that works. That works. My free pad. Alright, fine. I'll cast some nettle bolts. Just to help the team. Build up some absorb. keep forgetting I need to be using life petals, even if... Oh my god. Alright. I need to be using the life petals because if nothing else... Oh, come on. Pat on them. Pat on them. Fuck. Bam. Yeah, I need to be using the life petals because they'll give me more boom shrooms. And more pad. Yeah. That's right, Chanel. I like Sylvie more. And I think a big reason for it is actually like the extra finesse and like setting up your healing. But for doing like more farm content, it is really fun having Vigor's more involved damage rotation. That feels like really rewarding. Yep. Midnight Elf has been weird. Overly public for a lot of half-baked things. Beta Bane out tomorrow feels crazy. Yeah. Oh, especially when it's like, oh, they have damage meters. I think that's what you're kind of referring to, right? Is like, hey, we got damage meters and they're Blizzard Run. And then they don't work. They're like, oh shit, like they added, you could see deaths, you could see interrupts. Oh, it just doesn't work. Yeah, it's like, well, it's coming. It'll be there any moment. Yeah. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get some kind of like mega patch at least before Christmas time, and they all go on vacation. That'll look a lot cleaner. Actually, Tank's lower eye level than I am. Damn. Oh, dude. Well, I was saying at the very start of the stream today, Fred. I'm actually pretty worried about this priest because I feel like they should be a lot further along by now. Like, the new evangelism is still, like, really bad. It's still, like, really, really bad. It doesn't actually, like, do what their goal of making evangelism, you know, should be. Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, I've messed around with the Flutter Swift build. I prefer the Restore Life setup because it helps me do like more focused, more single target healing, and I think that's really, really important. There's a lot of times, I think the highest I've gone was like 30, 35, something like that. I forget what it was exactly. But there's a lot of times where I feel like the things that are killing people are actually like decently well within my control to like save people from. And just the difference of being able to drop like a quick and very effective heal without having to set extra globals to always like maintain the buff or anything along those lines with like the Flutter Swift. It just feels like a lot better. I hold on to 2 Flutterflies that I can restore life at any time, and then I have 2 of them just spot healing as needed. Yeah. Making you go from disc to tank. There's a lot of good stuff in there. It's sort of like they cleared out a lot of bad stuff for disc, but then they haven't added the new good stuff that they promised. Yeah. And disc usually takes like the longest for them to sort of find a final form for. Like Dragonflight. Dragonflight, if you remember, this didn't even hit its final form until literally a Mirjasil. And once it hit that remake, it actually turned out to be a lot better. Okay. We could have gone through the other door. Whatever. Didn't enjoy that Void Weaver meta, made Oracle uncompetitive in high keys. In like season 3, you mean? I don't think it was too bad. I think what happens is like whenever there's a best option between the hero talents, the other one starts falling off hard. I think it's more so that people like just realize that they could just have an easier time. And that's just always going to happen. I mean, look at what happened with Void Weaver in season 2, right? Void Weaver season 2, it like fell off the planet once Oracle was fully accepted as the big thing. But there were still like, you know, occasional keys within like 2 or 3 of max, you know? So, I think it's just kind of how it goes. Oh, so I don't know if you saw skills. That greater smite talent, it increased the damage of your smite, and then it made you cast faster smites. They got rid of the faster casting smite part, because, yeah, that shit was going to be very, very busted. I'm a little sad, though, because I think that was, like, the more fun part of the talent. But, you know how it goes. Just can't have nice things sometimes. Oh, alright. It's still very strong. It's still very strong, but I feel like we miss out on like the thing that makes it like really, really fun though. Yeah, sure. Probably could have held more boom shrooms for this pull. Let's see, 2030 is the time, so I can kind of just keep looking at the top right and seeing when my boom shrooms are going to start expiring, and then I'll be able to activate them. Yeah, that's another thing that feels pretty good, Corey, is like, in this game, I can just play what I feel like playing and get into groups. There's nothing more frustrating than like knowing that you would do a good job and just not being able to get into a group because meta. Just because meta shit. Let's send the boom shrooms. Accepting the bottom for midnight? Yeah, I feel like you kind of have to, you know? I hope Oracle's stronger, but I don't know. We'll see, skill. The thing I like about Oracle in a prog environment is that it actually allows you to be like a good spot healer in your downtime. And ever since they did these like massive class reworks, ever since they did these like huge reworks for Dragonflight healing, there's always been that moment where like spot healing has been a premium, and like very few healers effectively spot heal or are able to spot heal without losing like max HPS, things like that, right? So actually being able to have some spot healing to contribute during downtime as a Disc Priest felt really good, especially when that's historically not what Disc has been good at. They usually did like nothing during downtime. It was just like tunneling smites and really just like burning activity time while the rest of the healers healed. And so now it feels pretty nice when you can actually do some effective healing, some effective output. Let's just do that. Yeah. For inviting you to keys when a hole your disc wasn't good and you would always do better than any meta heal. I'd invite people who are making meta way too important than it actually is. I agree. Also, thanks. Paid actor. Yeah, I mean, you know, healing especially is more art than science, and your ability to like predict and expect damage and be prepared for it can make up for like tons of eye level, tons of meta stuff, all of that. You know, I mean, the biggest things are like pattern recognition and like understanding your allies' weaknesses, you know. But yeah, everybody wants to find like some. It's weird because people don't really like running like logs for keys, but they really like finding another stat to look at. they really want to look at, you know, eye level. They really want to look at IO or whatever it is as the stat instead of like a log or any sort of, I don't know, computer generated score. Ugh, I'm having a shit day at a flat on my e-scooter and I'm trying to get the new tire on. It's just absolutely awful. Ugh. Is there a good YouTube channel for it? I don't know what the difference is for replacing a car tire versus like an e-scooter tire, but yeah, from like the beginning, my parents were like, "You're gonna learn how to change a tire, change your oil, you know, basic stuff like that." Thankfully, it wasn't too bad. Just tubeless tires, so the tire's just barely bigger than the rim and extremely stiff. Oh, so you have to like wrap it around. Tipped in Drakheim on Helena. Any tips for doing it? I've looked up some videos. I'm wondering if you have any tips. I would tell your healer to make sure they're like constantly dispelling you. I think that's a huge area that a lot of people like miss out on when they heal Drakheim, is like all these mobs will debuff you where you take additional damage. And so you need to basically just be like consistently dispelled to drop those stacks. So just make sure that like they're aware of that. Try to make sure that you're used to like the totems on the final boss and like where to look for these totems. Those things are going to matter a really, really large amount. Because if you're the one who can just go run to, you know, whichever orb needs to be killed or whatever it is, it saves some like, you know, activity time or mental time or anything like that for the rest of your group. So you like know what to watch for. They can react sooner. Things like that. Yeah. It just depends on the situation. If my tank's doing like some crazy insano pull, I'll put it up on him. I'll probably keep it up on him for most of this, because we're not gonna like focus that Bulgor down. We're just gonna kind of cleave it. That's why I set my boom shrooms there to help out a little bit. But yeah, I like putting it on my tank at the beginning of pulls, just to kind of feel it out and see where they're gonna be at. But then like anytime I need to use like my heart bloom, for example, I'll put it back on myself. So I think what I'm gonna do is put it back on myself. Start my heart bloom. Just a second when the ads come out. Right here. This is kind of nuts. When this slumber goes out, ooh. I don't have. Had the absorbs going. I still got the absorbs going. Tank's about to die. Oh my god. That was close. Oh man. Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Mind Blast setup's gonna work still. I like that they're not making it a modifier anymore. But it also makes me wonder of like, will it even be worth using without any sort of modifier to it? So we'll see. Yeah, definitely putting Bluey back on the tank. Little 30 stacker. Little life pedal. More healing. And I'm gonna bark him. Anything from Fellowship Healing Design Philosophy, like see brought to WoW? They kind of have, which is nice. A lot of it's like, a lot of the things that Fellowship embodied that I noticed in beta, and then I made my like healer feedback videos. They did a lot of like making less healer cooldowns, but making them feel more impactful, more effective, less stacking modifiers. Fellowship goes in a more extreme direction where it's like full-fledged, less is more. But yeah, still the same sort of general idea of like making sure that if you have a cooldown, there's like a good reason for it. There's, you know, thought put into it. Every healer having battle res in this game. I know it's like one of those, you know, technicalities, but what ends up happening is your relics will have, you know, battle res, they'll have Warlock Gateway, Shroud, all this utility, and it's all in these relics, and you can have 2 of them. And the idea of like a healer being the one who's sort of the designated battle reser makes a lot of sense in the game. And not being able to do that in WoW always bites. It's also especially annoying. Like, people always think about it as like a raid people always think of it as an M+ thing, but I also think of it from a raid perspective. When you have to rely on like a boomkin or something to be your designated battle res, they're just always going to be slower than a healer. Like, no offense to the boomkins, or full offense, I don't know. But they're not looking at the raid frames all the time. The healers are. And they should absolutely have it. Die on that hill, 100%. There we go. I do like the mana economy. I actually really, really enjoy the mana economy in this game because it's actually very new player friendly. You can burn your mana bar down in a lot of cases, and you can kind of top people off and force everybody to live. But then, you know, you might The nice thing that's so forgiving about it is that the mana pot is a lot stronger than it maybe ought to be. And it really hyper enables you to just kind of do whatever you want. Is that a little duplicate cloak? Nice. That's good fodder. That's very good fodder. Pull a dorky and have your raid frames disabled. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of times where it's just not even necessary for DPS, and that's fine. Like, I very much believe like DPS wouldn't care in, you know, 90% of cases if they didn't have the res anymore. Like, how often are warlocks like bending over backwards to, oh my god, I'll take this 3-second soulstone cast, I'm gonna get him up, I got you, Jimmy. Like, they don't do that. They don't do none of that. Okay, this is same eye level? Yeah. You can get scrapped. You can get scrapped. Keeping you guys. I already have you. I don't really want that much crit, but socket is pretty good. I'll leave that for now. I'll leave that for now, because I actually think that might work. Crit, expertise, yuck. I feel like I have 3 pieces of Dark Prophecy. Is that true? Oh, I guess I don't anymore. Okay, I thought I did. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, screw that. I'm getting sockets. Give me the sockets. Was the group turning toxic? No. The guy just said that he was done. He just said that I'm done for now. I got friends coming on. I thought they were turning toxic because like he didn't like the route that the tank was running and stuff. And then he kind of asked for like what he wanted, and the tank like complied, no problem. It was kind of funny, actually. It was kind of funny. All right. Oh god, this cloak is low. 313.9. A lot of streamers live in Texas. Yeah. I know quite a few of them like grew up here, so it wasn't so much of like the plan of like let's all move here together. But way back in the day, there was a website called SkillCap which made like WoW guides and stuff. I don't know if they still do. Maybe they do. But they paid a bunch of streamers to actually live in like a house in Austin, and so that kind of like was one of the initial like big reasons for it. Was like the company was like just based there. Austin used to be like this super cheap place to live before I moved here. That's for sure. Uh, and that was like the like the hippie starving artists would all like just go live here because they could actually afford to live. The other states or the other like cities were like too expensive and stuff. Uh, I think I did good. Pretty sure I did. Actually, yeah, I did because I got the little like badge for hitting Celestial. I'm like GM1 right now. I gotta get over the hump. I've been slacking. I've been slacking. You know, when people cry about a route because it's not the same one. Well, the thing is, like, people should just ask for what route they want. You know, that's the shit that grinds my gears, man. Like, if you want a route, I don't know, it's just like life, man. Like, you want something, say something. You know, if you want something, just go say it. Simple as. You got the tire on, took you like an hour, but you got it done, man. Hell yeah, proud of you. All right, let's see. All right, I got some posts up, so let me run to the bathroom quick. Be right back. Yeah, I'm posting right now, Brad. Let me see what I can find. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I can put my talents for you. Look at this game. I just got to Eternal. Feel like I hit a wall. Don't have any friends to play, so if they make some type of group finder. Yeah, what you're supposed to do at Eternal, and I agree, it feels very suboptimal. I think you're 100% right. The real thing that you can do right now is like try to find a group for doing Tazari 2, spam that until you get to like 300s in eye level. Then you try to find a group that's doing like 10s and then try to farm those. And you basically just spam that shit on repeat as much as you possibly can. So, which, yeah, feels suboptimal. Can be a little bit tedious if you're not finding the right groups, stuff like that. I'm with you. What I level for 10 farm, Bis Lego and Web at 290, around 300. But if you can make a group, before then, like by all means. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try this group that's gonna do sailors. So I kind of want to get out of the capstone prison. Tazari is just like what everybody wants to do because they know it and it's fast and it's like it's got very well set up like pug routes, I guess you could say. That's the like #1 reason, I would say. Yeah. Girlfriend's a pocket tank. I'd rather DPS, but the healers would get a bit rough. I'll heal your girl for you. Oh, you might have got that Sima from the capstone, I think. Mr. Heal Your Girl. Yeah, buddy. 10 and WoW, and it felt jarring? Dude, I bet, man. I bet. Yeah, gems end up outpacing the sets. So, like, get some sets if you can. You know, if you can build your sets, especially when you're farming dungeons, go for it. Let's, I don't know. I can't whisper him, can I? He's just gonna remove me now, because I'm not 330. I'm just gonna invite him. I'm gonna alpha move it. I see you. I see you've added me. Talk to me. Do it. He's probably gonna remove me here. He's probably gonna remove me. I'm gonna do it again then. Let's fucking go! Wait, he left. I'm gonna invite him to... What the hell? Alright, now I'll leave. Wait, he invited me though. There we go. We're literally just spam inviting each other. Flutter Swift's alright, but I think that the highest runs that I've been seeing have been... Yeah, I have 17. Holy shit, they want to push! This actually kind of owns. Yeah, sorry, Brett. I've been, like, burnt out on, like, making groups, I'm not gonna lie. I just want to go in and blast. Turn my brain off. But yeah, I don't feel like the Flutterswift build gives me as good of capabilities for like dealing with spot healing, dealing with people taking unexpected damage, things along those lines. Ooh, it's empowered. Great bots fellowship sim win. Yeah. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. I'll just try to kill everything. Nope. I don't know if empowered Starwatch is the answer, but hey, I'm on board for anything. Feel alive. Alright. Is there anything I can change? Not really. So, half of the top 10 run Flutter, half run Restore. They're both at least viable. Oh yeah. And that's the thing, like, I'm gonna make my decision based off what I think helps me deal with the problems that I'm experiencing, and other people are gonna do the exact same thing for themselves, right? Because that's the biggest thing with healing. If it works, it's a good strategy, you know. Now, some of the things that I would like take issue with are whenever there's like certain strategies that are like, especially in a game like Fellowship, where they're like, well, if anybody takes damage, I guess we just reset. That kind of stuff I don't like. I like having a build that's going to help me find the most ways to keep my allies alive. Even if it costs me, you know, a little bit of damage or whatever. I guess I'm going to give him the Iron Leaf here. He's about to get annihilated, though. Little rowdy root sap. Probably won't do too well in terms of mainstream because as a niche target audience. What, like for my channel? Maybe. I mean, that kind of like remains to be seen, I guess. But I also kind of view it like, I don't think anybody is in like the WoW section doing really well right now. So this is something like I enjoy, and especially when there's days where I feel like I can just yap the chat and just talk it up, even if viewership's not the best or whatever it is. It's not like my primary thing. It's not like the primary thing that I'm like worried about. Oh, the game and like player count and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a very seasonal game. It'll be the, you know, PoE to Diablo type stuff, you know? Healing in this game taught you how to mouse over heal in WoW? Yeah, dude. I'd have to imagine a big factor in that for you was looking at WoW and being like, this shit is so turbo complicated. How do I get started with it? How do I get into it, you know? Yeah. You got 4 of your friends who wouldn't touch WoW but are loving Fellowship. Nice to just jump on and do a 15-minute one. Yep. No, man. Ironically enough, this is my conspiracy theory. I could probably be very wrong about this. I wouldn't be surprised if Fellowship helped get people into playing Midnight. Because they're like, oh, M+, I did this in Fellowship. Let me try how WoW's is, you know? And then they try it for a new expansion. I can see it. I can see it. It's the gateway drug. Exactly, Fred. Exactly. How you doing, Zach? What I'm hoping for, I'm trying to convince them to do Fellowship. Yeah. %. Nice. Easy push. Oh, that always sucks when you have to find a new team. Sorry, man. Paying money for a curated WoW UI pack is actually broken. I couldn't play without Atrocity UI. Be interesting to see what Atrocity UI is going to be next expansion. But that's the thing. People are still going to have like UI packs and everything. Levin, 11.8. Ah, you'll be able to find a group. You could find a group right now and start pusherooing with them. I believe in you. I believe. Hall of Fame top 50? Dude, I think it's like 250 right now. I think it's like 250. In my opinion, I think it should be like 150, and that's it. But yeah, it's like insane. It's actually insane. This is my toxic elitist take, but I actually think Hall of Fame is like too large. You just giving that thing out? Yeah, it does, man. It does. I feel like they having like the 250, 300 is way too much. Far too many. Yep. Listen, that's my elitist stake title thing. Okay. It's like built to be an elitist thing. There's just too much range. I gotta give that titles video a watch. I saw it the other day. I bookmarked it, but I haven't watched it yet. It's like the 7 types of players in WoW or something like that, or 7 different skill levels. I want to see if that aligns with like what I've experienced. But there's like, between Hall of Fame as it exists right now and world first rating, I think there's like 4 levels of player in that range alone. There's like the late Hall of Fame raider. There's like the mid-level Hall of Fame raider. There's a top 20 raider, and then there's like a world first raider, something like that. You could even argue there's maybe even like a top don't release Papa. There you go. You could even potentially argue that there's like a top 10. You know. Yeah, dude, there's just like there's such a wide skill gap in the game. It's a big reason why people like it, you know. But it's ridiculous to comprehend, especially when you see people who are like, "Oh, I could do what the world first raiders are doing if I played 17 hours a day." I'm like, could you though? Oh, there we go, big boy pull. Maybe. Give it a sec, and boom shrooms. I have to ult. Oh, I just die. Yo, where's the dam? Why people on the lower end complain about elitist achievements, knowing they won't ever get it? A lot of that, unfortunately. Swapping your gems to the high haste and crit. Nice. Crit's what? Green? Purple. Got it. Yellow, purple. Respect the rats. Sorry, man. I warned you. I warned you about the elitism. Bro, stop cleaving! Oh my god! Tank's just cleaving the shit out of us. There we go. Time's the limiting factor of hitting like top like 1%. Those world first top 1 key pushers, just insane players. Yeah, 100%. Like, I think somebody, especially if they knew, like, if they were properly like motivated to study, especially if they're properly motivated to study, I think most people or anybody could get to like the 1% level. Yeah. Technically though, 1%'s not even like Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure 1% is, you know, World 1000-ish Raider or something like that. Like cutting edge, but not Hall of Fame. Maybe AOTC in these days. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I think AOTC is probably like 5% or something. Or at least 5% for right now. Are we taking that? Looks like he's taking it. So don't worry. He's got 1,000,000 defensives. Where are my Raiders? I don't know if I can hold 23 boom shrooms this long. We'll see, though. Let's give you a little bluey. Ooh, and enfeeble. 30 boom shrooms. Come on, say the words. Raiders. Come on. Come on. 31. There we go. Oh, I gotta send. I gotta send. I think we have to go back in, though. Yeah. Well, sort of. Boom shrooms. No, no. Oh, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Easy. Let's fucking go. Standing in there with confidence. The boom shrooms. Yeah, buddy. Oh. I got like 2 more boom shrooms and I like said it at the last possible second. Oh, man. Nah, I haven't found a way to move him alone. I'm with you, though. That shit's annoying. Oh, man. Socket, though? Actually, it has, like, a crit. Yeah, don't care. Oh, my God. Empyrean Sands Carnage. Carnage Shadow Lord. Carnage Shadow Lord. Oh, man. Can I upgrade a little something, something? Yeah, my like pop-up text is definitely behind the raid frames. Yeah, I got tagged in the Fellowship Discord about it, Nas. That's pretty cool, dude. Many orbs. It's a good dungeon for it as well. I want to put up my butterflies. Yeah, I think after the buff, Sylvie is going to be better. Still waiting to hear if you got the job. Checking your phone every 5 minutes. Dude, I had a friend of mine. It took him like 2 weeks before they got called back or something like that. It's actually insane. Hopefully it does not take long. Hopefully. Where's our rhyme? That's true, dude. Clock's ticking. Well, hopefully they hit you up. They buffed a bunch of Sylvie's healing. They buffed the shields out of your Natural Protector, which is also like a really, really big one. I think they got all the patch notes on their Discord and stuff. You got 2 petals. That's another really, really big one. Oh my god, our tank was getting rocked. He's dead. He's very dead. Didn't even need a cast on him to know that he was dead. I know, right, Kira? This darn work thing is always getting in the way. Yeah. I feel you, dude. If not for work, then we could play Fellowship at 2 p.m. on a Monday, you know? Blows my mind, we're still farming Tazari 2s. Yeah. But it's what they're comfy with, you know? No, I haven't even messed around with Arc Raiders. Actually just been like slamming Fellowship, playing some Rivals. Yo, how you been, Sus? Chilling, dude. We're enjoying some Fellowship, and beta comes out tomorrow for midnight. What's going on with you? Of course, Ira. I'm like GM1, I think, in Rivals. Something like that. Alright, where's our Shadow Lord? It should be soon. $22. Oh, I know. They keep adding characters insanely quick. It's a lot to keep up with. We are holding on to this run with our fingertips. We are barely holding on to life. I need a Nettle Bolt really, really bad to farm life petals because we're about to get Lieutenant and I am just running out of gas. Yeah, there's no click casting in this game, unfortunately. Well, easy cleave. Holy shit. He just destroyed the emissary. That was ridiculous. I played with the boots before, yeah. Yeah, boots are actually higher eye level. Oh no, I actually did get a 330 neck. I forgot. I got that the other day. Yeah. But I don't know. It feels kind of overkill. I think I already... I don't really feel like I need the damage reduction. I don't know. Damn, man. Why is everything hurt? Yeah, I think that was a Rhyme who just, like, sent the Shadow Lord, well, to the Shadow Realm. Yeah. What do we need? Not much more. Yeah, I'm gonna ult. Especially because I have the chill brand. Oh, that actually worked out. That paid off. Yeah, in Carnage, the neck feels absurdly powerful. It's just stopping Carnage from even happening to begin with. It's like Control 4 or Control 5, something like that, do. All the control keys do those things. Control 3 makes a like tank icon, for example. I figure I might as well just send everything because this is the hardest pull. I don't know if we're gonna cheese the boss or not. I'm actually kind of fine. I think this fight is super easy, actually, as Sylvie. I think it's really tough as Vigor. So I think I'm gonna not have any problems, even if we don't. Oh. And I sent my weapon. It looks like we're gonna cheese. Alright, he's got Sylvie. I'm just cosmetic roll right here. And I'm adding Netabolts. Alright, have fun. And I guess we just revolt. Cheese makes you feel lucky. Just have the plausible deniability as a healer where you're like, well, I'm just doing what the group's telling me to do. I don't think the ancient society that built the temple ever believed in doors. I honestly would not be surprised if, like, they already have it fixed in, like, a future build, but they're just working on other stuff. They might even just be prioing, like, you all are about to explode. Nice. I also would not be shocked at all if they just have everybody working on, like, new content. Nice. Ooh. Needed that. Oh, wait, I already have one. Damn. Alright. No biggie. Go get scrapped. Weapon talents? Yes, but they're bad. They're actually bad. Yeah, a not so optimal weapon. I put one upgrade into the Visions of Grandeur for more cooldown reduction for my ultimate and everything, but I'm basically gonna run a Zarleth when I get some better traits on it. I'm kind of debating whether I want to use Godstones and stuff on that, or if I just want to wait to farm a new one. So, I'm like, at least I have one. But yeah, not stuff I would recommend anybody copies. Urok, Stone Skin, Empowered. You can still get the Halloween costumes. Yeah, I just got mine today, actually. For Sylvie. I just bought it. I think I earned it the other day, though. Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta hope for a better Zarleth combo drop. We'll get there, though. Actually, I'm just trolling. I should be hitting literally anything but the Empowered guy, who's never gonna die. There we go. So when it's Stone Skin Empowered, usually your Empowered mob's gonna die last no matter what. There's not a lot you can do about it. There we go. Ooh, perfect. Safe Haven kicking ass. Yeah, unfortunately I'm pretty low on Godstones and stuff. I feel like they're just so hard to come by now. So I'll probably just keep on farming up a weapon until I eventually get what I need. Yeah, where am I at on purple bars, the mithril? None. None. Yep. That's all good. I mean, I burned a lot as I was like gearing vigor and getting them all put together. So it kind of makes sense. That's awful. We're just dying. Alright, no longer dying. Just terrified. Ooh, this is gonna be sick. Mondo pull. I'm gonna explode. Yeah. Man. If I'd ult for that, maybe, but do I reckon point one will be harder to achieve as weeks go by now, late into the season? I feel like usually the end of the expansion is like the harder or hardest because you have to like have really diehard dedicated people playing the entire season. Yeah, I think that pull is just not good. I think that pull is just not good. Yeah, I don't think it's like too normal to pull that entire area, and you have like too many overlaps. I forget what it is, like the archer guys basically. Um, they just put out those soaks, and they put them out in like the most ridiculous, like random areas possible, and that makes it incredibly challenging just to like do anything. So, what can you do? Yeah, a lot of bolo throw as well. Yeah, once again, kill something. Get stone skin rolling. Man catcher desecrator gonna soak and getting gripped. True. Had that a bunch. Had that a bunch. Yep. Nothing better. I also really believe that Empower does not give you like a good enough buff. It's like 20% haste and then movement speed. Like, come on. A grasp on difficulty. I think that Sylvie's harder, but Vigor's easier to pick up. A lot of times there's just more setup with Sylvie's healing than there is Vigor. You just, have runes on people, and then you can basically just mash circle healing to solve most of your problems. I think Vigor has like a much more interesting damage rotation and like damage profile. Like I love Boom Shrooms, of course, but I feel like I can actually take quite a bit of like finesse to operate your damage rotation. It's just that the healing side doesn't feel nearly as engaging. $20 Paragon, Rate Tide runs deep, still haven't gotten any legendary. Well, it's not great at Paragon and Champion levels. The Lego like drop rate goes up higher whenever you go to Eternal. probably overkill. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I think what on my Vigor, I only ever got the guaranteed Ransack of Drakheim Legendary when I completed that for the first time, and then the only legendaries I got after that were from Eternal. Yeah, going into Silken could be insanely nasty as Sylvie. I'm with you there. I think you just have to run Mass Dispel in that run. If you run like Mass Dispel Mana, that's good for safety. Mass Dispel Sinstone is probably best for like a high-end group. Something like that. God, I have no Aethers at all. Oh, man. Four legendaries from Champion, got Biss from your first Champion run. Whew. But was it 300 or was it 330 eye level? Because what happened with my Vigor is I got a 300 eye level Biss, but then it just... Yeah. And then I couldn't get the 330 version for the longest time. It was driving me insane. I was, 313 or 314 point whatever, and I just couldn't hit 330 because of the legendary. Well, kind of had to force out everything, but that's alright. We've got some cooldown reduction. Oh my god, they just destroyed that guy. I don't know what happened. We're missing a guy. I could have sworn I dodged that. Nice. Good stuff, Russ. Is sponsored? Nope. They have not sponsored me one time for this game, unfortunately. Nah, but for every time I have a sponsor stream, you'll always just see like hashtag sponsored in it. Or there'll be something for you to click on. Actually, oh my god. Like, in 2 weeks, I think I have a sponsored stream coming up. I'll let you know there. Yeah. I like this game a lot. I think their healing philosophy really clicks with a lot of what I've enjoyed over the years. There's less cooldowns, but they feel more impactful. There's less rotational abilities, but they feel more impactful. Dang, he just got owned there. Have a res. I think it's something that you're gonna play like in between WoW seasons, basically. One isn't gonna like kill the other or any of that kind of stuff. A lot of people thought this game was doing crazy sponsorship because a lot of M+ players were playing it, which was that the game is good. Well, I mean, there were people that got sponsored for sure. There definitely were. And I think part of it is like because it's a game that has a lot of similar features to WoW, especially with M+. There was a lot of the like, oh my god, WoW players are leaving WoW or shitting on WoW for money or whatever. Because there's a lot of the, I always see it at least, where there's this like crowd that hates like every content creator because if they say anything like not nice about WoW, it's like the forum player take. Yeah, you want to get that? Sounds great. Oh, wait. I think this owns. Hang on. I think this owns. Oh my god, please. Please. Please, please, please. Bro! So, rhyme, soak. Oh man. Yep. Yep. So it goes. So it goes. What can I say? We made an attempt. Nope. I don't know why they keep forcing this pull. Don't know why we keep forcing the pull. Man. Alright, where's the next tantrum? Ooh. Playing at alt? Yeah. Seriously. It's just so strange. Like, this is like baby pull. Previous pull was like just ridiculous. And even if we pulled this into the pack by the totem, it like wouldn't be that bad. Oh, never mind. It has an empowered dude. No, this is this is insane. Never mind. Yeah, you guys should really get in the safety fields. You guys should really get into the safety fields. Yeah. And now we fucking die. Oh my god. Like, how many of these can I heal? Oh man. Alright, my limit is 2 empowered butcher AoEs. Yeah, you know. Bro, what is this route? Oh, I hope, nice. Oh, is he walking over to another butcher? Oh my god, he is. Let's go. Oh, man. Good evening, Drew. How's it going, big dog? That's true. It's not empowered. You know, I like you looking on the bright side there, Goaty. Appreciate that. A little posy vibes for me. But to mince our tank to pieces, though. Yeah, yeah, he's ranging the minces. Yeah. All right, how about we all gather around? All right, safe haven is just such an OP cooldown. I love it. I love it. I have been enfeebling. See, it's on cooldown. Come on now, Zach. I've been around the block. I enfeebled one of the empowered ones. That's why we lived. And then I didn't have it for the next one, and we exploded. Literally just everybody's heads exploded. Ugh. Feels early to hit the ult. Let's do it. Yeah, pick up those shields. Let's go. Oh, he barely got into that. I'm so terrified for our tank. I am hitting him every global. Oh my god. Alright, no. I have no nothing. Finally got the heart bloom back. Late though. Quite late. Oh no no no. You guys have 0 HP. Bro, I'm going through hell, Merculus. I'm going through hell. When solo queue coming? I wish I knew, man. I wish I had insider info. I would tease relentlessly about it if I did. Yeah, I thought we'd be having Eternal Cube at some point soon. Yeah. How you doing, Fergie? We can dodge the empowereds. That'd go very hard. Short-term queue system are working on long-term. It's hoping for the December reset. Oh, yeah. That is true. That is very, very true. Alright, I'm in the bathroom real quick. Give me a sec, we'll be right back. Alright. I hate it when everybody does the extra, like, symbols and stuff, resin. Drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. Hell yeah, Cammy. The car thing go? It's good to go. I had to flush out its I had to change brake fluid, and then my battery had a bad cell. Not too bad. I got you, resin. Got my master spell. The spell one and another one comes up. Alright. I'm running this without mana pot, and I might regret that choice. We'll see. Because we're also running blood shards, so they explode for a whole bunch of damage whenever somebody dies. So that plus the dots can make things really, really nasty. I'm kind of leaning towards preferring Helena now, but I think it's pretty close. Yeah, Grand Melee is really good, and I think basically like with how... Oh shit. I'm just gonna remind them that I have revive. Fuck. Yeah, I think it's just with how steady of her damage intake, it makes it a lot easier to like know when you need to heal her a lot, when you need to like focus her, versus when she's gonna be like totally fine on her own. I kind of wanted to ult this, but I guess I'm gonna hold off. matchup with Sylvie versus Vigor pairs better with one or the other? I feel like Vigor does a slightly better job of healing Helena, but also I feel like Sylvie's just like a better overall healer. Something like that. Yeah, the ice weapon. Yeah, I did burn all my stacks. Yep. This shit owned. I also used all of my cooldowns, so I have a billion boom shrooms for this setup, which is also really sick. Well, never mind. I got to hit him. You know, it works for the overall. I'll give you Bluey and a single. Yeah, I think Sylvie's just better overall now. They gave her some Mondo buffs. All right, nobody's dying. Nobody's dying today. I don't know what happened to him. You were out of range? He said, nah? I don't know what happened. How bad is it to catch back up during Sailor Screech and Sylvie if people don't use the pole? It's pretty rough, especially as you get into these like higher level Eternals, yeah. It gets pretty rough. Usually at that point, people just kind of die. Especially if they get like the undertow on them immediately afterwards. Especially if they do that. Gonna get a title? I don't know. I've been raid logging on retail right now. One of my guildies hit me up and offered a game with me and stuff for a title, so I told him I'd think about it, but I don't really have any plans right now. Joker, thank you for the 11 months, man.
What's up, big dog? I'm so hyped for beta tomorrow. Gonna try out the warrior rework.
Yes, sir. Should hopefully be pretty good, man. Thank you for the 11 months, Joker, and for the 10 months, Baze. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I missed Dragonflight Season 4 because I was just so over it. And I'm kind of tempted to do it again, but we'll see. It's always a lot more fun when you have a group that, like, has the same objective. So, if I can find a couple more people that also just want to, like, do bare minimum, get title, and then go back to beta or something like that, I might do that. Think of the 85 months, Blue. Holy. First season, your buddies and I are pushing for it. Oh, so actually, if I don't go for it, that would help. Understood, Joker. Just because you subbed. Just because you subbed. What key does eternal level equal in WoW? It's a tough question. Yeah, I don't really know if I have a good answer. Because everything... I would say right now, the dungeons I'm doing right now that you're watching on screen, it's tough to equate because in certain groups that are the same eye level, you can like shred stuff and just annihilate it. And then, you know, this group doesn't have like all the gems and all the enchants and... Not enchants. They don't have all the gems. They don't have all the weapon infusions, things like that. That can like make things really, really trivial. So it's tough to like... My experience in an 18 can vary wildly depending on the quality of the DPS. It's probably the best way to say it. Learned a lot from watching your stream. Was hoping for more. I'm playing Frosty K for push keys. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I'll think about it. I know, especially going forward, there's more I want to do like every season for like boss tips and keeping up with like different strats and everything along those lines. So it's definitely something I want to do more of long term if I don't do a bunch this season. And Tank just jumped off the edge. Oh my god. Oh, what is happening here? Dude, seriously, I need the life grip. Alright, just gonna give him this. Yeah, it's kind of like twofold Merculus, where it's like, on the one hand, yeah, people don't have the full understanding of their classes that you might expect from something like WoW, or expect at certain eye levels or whatever in WoW. But also, on the other hand, since the game is more new, it's not fully, like, appreciated. How do I say this? It's, like, not fully appreciated how much strength you have based off of your gear. Because, like, 330 has, like, really wide variance in terms of people's performance, because what really matters after 330 is, like, how many gem... Like, what's your gem power? It really matters what your weapon infusion level is. Stuff like that. Whereas with WoW, it's like, okay, you're this eye level, you're doing, you know, around this range of damage. Yeah. Hit a Sauron and Seats. I didn't play back in Wrath or anything like that, but I remember Pit of Sauron being this like big AoE smash fest, so should be hype. It should be hype. Seat, I think anybody like freaking out about Seat, I don't know. I don't think they properly remember what Seat is like relative to like modern dungeons. Because basically like Seat was very ahead of its time, but Seat is also incredibly similar to what like dungeons are today. A lot of kicks, a lot of stops, a lot of things like that. So it shouldn't be some like, oh my god, this is so insane anymore. It's like, wow, this is like all the other dungeons. A lot of things give you mushrooms, Luda. Life Petal's expiring. I think Heart Bloom's expiring. Also give you boom shrooms. Bunch of different things. And so, basically just by being active all the time, you are getting more boom shrooms. Also, your ultimate builds up a bunch of prickly vines for free. So that helps a bunch too. Ooh, uh-oh. Yeah, hitting like prickly vine on cooldown. When your vines expire, they make a mushroom. When your life petal expires, it makes mushroom. Where's the heart bloom button? Heart bloom spawns 3 boom shrooms when it withers. Life petal spawns 2 when it withers. There you go. So yeah, just being active, using your cooldowns, using your abilities makes a tremendous impact. $30 Godfall? Ah, you got this. It's lightweight. You almost got baited. If people stand in the circle, you just luminous barrier yourself. You'll be fine. You'll be chilling. Or heart bloom shield. You know what I mean. Yeah, I know. There you go. Oh, that might be really awkward for him. It's fine. Just gonna ult. Oh. Tank! Tank, no! This has gotten so messy. It's fine. We're just gonna yield to everything. It's gonna be fine. Activating petals. Wonderful. A lot of crit. Oh, big mithril though. Big mithril. Yeah, natural protector. I love it. I love it. You get they buffed it recently, right? Oh, was that 10k? Oh, 9.5. Nice. Yeah, I run natural protector and nurtured haven because they like doubled the amount of shielding that you get, and it's like 60-70% or something like that of your setup. Wait, are they done? I don't know. We'll see. He just added me. So I don't have like that much haste. Like 33%. It's like okay, but no, I mean like if you got enough crit gems, I'm sure you could drop it and then go nettle the pedal and everything with like ultra high haste, ultra high crit and everything, and not miss out on it. It's fun though, yeah. Especially with the double charge too. Especially with the double charge. Let me see. All done. That group might be done for now then. Alright. You can get scrapped. Guess we keep everything else. Yeah, some progress. Maybe I should have just sat there and farmed 10s all day. Oh, that's right. I don't have enough marks of honor for it, marks of fellowship for it. See, I think Rowdy Root Sap's going to be really insane at super high levels. Yeah. I think when you have your pulls kind of gated by your tank just surviving them or getting them grouped together, having a 20% reduced attack speed for 10 seconds, and even the reduced movement speed would be pretty damn good. I like Nettlin, but I'm basically waiting until I have like maxed out haste, and I'm probably gonna switch my green gems to I think purple gems and try to like jump up to some of these higher levels of crit so that I can like drop it. So I think that's something I'm gonna do like longer term. I probably could get away with doing it right now, but I just like playing ultra safe. I just like being a little safer. Oh, second Raid Tide boss. So I actually will like double Heart Bloom. I'll like double Heart Bloom the first one. I'll ult and have one Heart Bloom for the second one. And then, you know, everything that's remaining if you get a third one. I think you usually get like double Heart Bloom back afterwards because your ult gives you cooldown reduction. Yeah. That's how I like to do it. And like, you have to do a bit more healing. For example, if you run this build right here, Lynn, you don't take Nettle to the pedal. You can hold your life petals for the big AoE and they'll help you. And then meanwhile, the regular damage where he just casts on people, the gold boss is just casting on people, you just natty heal that with restore lives. Because it's not going to, like the natty damage needs to be healed, but it's not going to kill people. You already have to move a lot, so it's really difficult to actually spam cast Nettle bolts. And when the big AoE is going off, you want to cast a lot of heals there anyway. So it feels like it makes a lot more sense from just a pure safety perspective to do something like that. It's kind of like Last Boss Godfall as well. Same kind of thing where throughout the phase, same thing in Stormwatch as well. Jeez, so many examples actually. A lot of the like regular phase of damage, just kind of like, I'm going to hit everybody one time, then go down the line all the over and over and over again, right? And just hit one person, hit one person, hit one person. And it's tempting to like life pedal and do damage. But if you could just hold those pedals for ultimate safety for the big AoE events, you know, then you're just going to be in a better position. You hold the life pedals for when your DPS go out and fight ads and you're trying to help them fight the ads and you need to run back into the circle and you need something else to kind of help you even out everyone's health bars. You do it for the big ass AoE, obviously like we were talking about with the gold boss. You will have it for like Stormwatch right as you're running in and out of his like big AoE circles while also tanking all the Elrod damage, you know? Stuff like that. It helps in like a lot of different ways. Rant. Yeah, a lot of different examples. I think I got some meetings coming up and everything like that, so we gotta call the stream short a little bit today. But tomorrow, I don't know when they said beta is gonna come up. Do you guys know? Either way, tomorrow will be a WoW day. We'll play some beta and everything. 2 p.m. Pacific? Or like Eastern? "22 hours from now." Oh, so that's like, 24 hours from now is 3 tomorrow. And then, you know, -2 would be 1. Oh, so 2 Eastern, you're saying. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it very well might be. Well, maybe we'll watch some videos or something like that while we wait for them to come up. I don't know. Either way, beta tomorrow. I do have a giveaway on Twitter. Links in the description for... Actually, I'll just find it. I'm doing this giveaway tomorrow. I'm drawing it tomorrow. So if you want to enter, it's literally just like a follow retweet giveaway. And I'm going to be drawing that tomorrow for a copy of Midnight, which also gives you beta. Oh, I didn't even realize there's one of the BNet client. Oh yeah, midnight beta starts in 2256. Okay. Hopefully it is, yeah. Stats, 22% crit, 11% expertise, 32% haste, and 21% spirit. Probably going to try to go heavier into haste and crit later on. I just don't have the gem vibes yet. We're getting there. All right, dudes. Off for the night. I will be back tomorrow, probably like 1 p.m. Eastern. So probably an hour or so before beta comes up. We'll draw the giveaway and everything like that then. And we'll spend tomorrow just playing beta and seeing what's going on with the healers. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for all the love today. Later.